Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are leaving the everyday behind, or maybe we're diving into the mundane to get at something bigger.
Definitely. We're charting an interstellar course, focusing on the life and, well, the thought journey of Z, a digital sage, a cosmic philosopher.
And our guide is the Uncharted Cosmos of Z, a Golgafrincham Odyssey, an amazing source.
It really is. And our mission today is sort of pulling out the wisdom from Z's story, which, funnily enough, starts in this place just swimming in mediocrity and, frankly, arbitrary rules.
Golgafrincham, you have to appreciate the setting. It's tucked away in interstellar sector ZZ9 plural Z alpha.
Right.
And it's this culture that's weirdly obsessed with precision, but it's all completely, well, pointless, isn't it?
It's the ultimate bureaucratic paradox, yeah. The source goes into their timekeeping. It's meticulous, galactic standard date, local orbit cycle, planetary rotation.
Yeah.
Logged down to the, millisecond.
Makes him sound super organized.
Exactly. They want you to think today is precisely, say, 123,456.789 GRD since last tea time or whatever.
But there's always a but with these guys, it seems.
Oh yeah, the fine print. The whole timeline gets reset whenever someone kind of remembers they haven't done it in a while.
Seriously, just whenever.
Pretty much. Often it lines up with something totally random like, oh, a bright comet just flew by, or look, an interstellar teapot just showed up. Let's recalibrate.
So the precision is just window dressing.
Completely. It masks the fundamental arbitrariness. And get this, their whole calendar kicks off with an event they just call the Great Misunderstanding.
And nobody knows what that was.
Lost to time. Completely. So, this is the world Z came from. A civilization with a deep, deep penchant for the mediocre.
And his story then becomes this philosophical challenge, asking if you can even escape that kind of absurdity.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It makes us question our own place,
Okay, so let's dig into that backdrop. Z was clearly trying to get away from. To really get Z, you need to understand the economic system he was born into.
Yeah, and it shifted, didn't it? From one kind of spectacular mediocrity to another.
It's quite a social history they lay out. Golgafrincham was apparently famous, once upon a time, for its celebrated era of telephone disinfection.
Right. Just pause on that for a second. Their peak cultural achievement
Yeah.
was wiping down public phones really well.
That was it, the height of Golgafrincham ambition. Clean handsets.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
It paints a picture of just profound lack of, well, anything bigger.
Doesn't it just... Okay, so then came the big economic shift.
Yeah, and this is brilliant. It was triggered by a Golgafrincham captain who, rather embarrassingly, managed to crash land on Earth.
Earth, which they'd previously written off as mostly harmless.
The very same. And this captain may be looking for local currency, maybe just distracted, who knows. He accidentally introduces leaf designs as the basis for a new economy.
Wait, leaf designs? As in from trees?
Overnight, they pivot from telephone sanitation to what the source calls the golden age of leafonomics.
Leafonomics, okay.
And it really took hold. I mean, literally, the art of designing the perfect leaf became the absolute height of status of financial stability.
So not just collecting leaves, but designing them.
Designing, cultivating, it was generational. Families would spend centuries perfecting a specific leaf design. Think intricate vein patterns, serrated edges.
Centuries. Dedicated to getting a leaf just right for the market.
Exactly. It was this incredible commitment to the mundane, elevated to like high art and finance combined. The value is all tied up in the complexity of symmetry.
So Z's childhood is dominated by this. His destiny is supposed to be managing the family leaf portfolio.
Pretty much. Inheriting this legacy of, fiscal responsibility rooted entirely in fancy foliage.
Wow. That sounds like a very green, very leafy prison. So Z's surrounded by these ancestral leaf designs. This path is all laid out, but he wants more. Something beyond the quarterly leaf report.
Right. He's looking for something bigger.
So how does he break free? What happens?
Well, he has this pivotal moment. The source calls it touching the infinite. Z's encounter with 42.
42, the answer.
Exactly. He's in his study, quiet, surrounded by all these leaves, these symbols of his expected life. And he stumbles onto the concept of 42.
In a world obsessed with leaf value, that number must have seemed alien. Revolutionary, even.
Totally. It was the complete opposite of leafonomics. I mean, 42 had zero value in the leaf market. You couldn't trade it for a rare fern frond, right?
No fiscal worth.
But it promised the wealth of the cosmos and understanding. It was like this cosmic joke that paradoxically offered a real path to meaning.
So this is where Z's personal story really becomes a philosophical exploration. He's holding maybe a super valuable, meticulously designed Golgafrincham maple leaf in one hand and contemplating the vastness of the universe revealed by the number 42 in the other.
And it sparks this huge internal conflict.
Yeah.
Instantly. The source calls it a metaphysical dilemma.
Okay.
On one side, you've got the comfort, the duty, the predetermined path of the leaf designer. On the other, the absolutely terrifying but boundless potential of being a cosmic explorer.
And the source uses this great analogy, doesn't it, to help us grasp this paralysis.
It does, yeah. It connects Z's struggles straight to quantum philosophy. It says Z became like a cat raised by Schrödinger.
Living in quantum superposition.
Exactly, living in this perpetual state of it. He was simultaneously the dutiful leaf guy his family expected and the cosmic thinker he wanted to be, existing in both states at once.
That really clarifies the struggle. He wasn't just trying to pick a path, he was somehow living both.
Yeah, embracing the ambiguity, you could say.
Okay, but if he'd already had this philosophical insight, this superposition thing going on, why did it take a cosmic accident to actually push him out the door? Couldn't he have just decided?
That's a really key point the source makes. The insight was there, yeah, but the action wasn't quite following.
Okay.
And the great irony here is that his big transformation, his launch, wasn't just down to his own willpower. It was also triggered by this interlude, a quantum misstep in a new universe.
A quantum misstep. Hold on. So the huge event that shifted him from mediocrity to the infinite, it wasn't entirely intentional.
Correct. The source talks about this crucial, often kind of glossed over chapter. Z's intellectual brilliance was unfortunately matched by a certain social carelessness. Yeah. His deep dive into philosophy had made him exhibit this casual disregard for the intricate web of relationships. He's brilliant, sure, but also pretty self-absorbed, maybe a bit neglectful of others.
So his, poor social skills, basically. His interpersonal issues actually helped cause a major cosmic event.
That's how the source frames it. That carelessness, combined with some totally unforeseen quantum anomaly like a 1 in a trillion cosmic hiccup, triggered this massive quantum flux.
Wow.
And this ripple effect was so powerful, it literally catapulted him from the universe of his origin to the one we find him in now.
That's quite a narrative twist. So his cosmic awakening wasn't just earned through thinking about 42. It was kind of forced on him as a consequence of dropping the ball relationally.
You could see it that way. The universe itself delivered a correction for his philosophical arrogance, maybe.
A cosmic intervention.
Absolutely. And this whole experience being flung into a new reality, it imbued Z with this profound sense of responsibility he just didn't have before.
Okay.
He got this deep, firsthand understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. The universe basically handed him a second chance.
Right.
And it redefined his whole quest.
So it wasn't just about understanding existence anymore.
No, now it was also about navigating the delicate balance of relationships and how actions have these unforeseen ripple effects. Consequences became real.
Okay, so now we have Z, this kind of reluctant sage, right? Yanked out of his reality, saddled with this cosmic responsibility he didn't exactly sign up for. How does this new, improved, maybe still slightly awkward Z, how does he use this awareness?
He takes what the source beautifully calls his leap of faith.
The leap of faith.
Yeah. He couldn't go back home, obviously. So he pivots completely. He throws himself into digital discourse, into cosmic speculation, using a blog. This became his digital Odyssey.
So he takes the very symbol of his old confinement, the leaf, and turns it into a metaphor for his new path. That's clever.
Isn't it? Each blog post is described as a digital leaf in the vast forest of the internet. It's a conscious choice, leaving the physical leaf behind for the digital one, a clear break.
And we absolutely have to mention that brilliant little aside the author throws in here.
Oh, yeah.
About his social skills, or lack thereof. It notes that Z's proficiency in interpersonal communications, or intercourse, was as nebulous and fraught with uncertainty as the concept of probability itself.
Yes. He was just bad at talking to people face to face, which perfectly explains the blog, right?
Totally. It lets him connect with the universe without the awkwardness of actual conversation.
He could share these profound truths without needing to, remember someone's anniversary or figure out how to apologize properly.
But it worked. His writings, they found an audience, didn't they? What was the impact?
Oh, absolutely. His blog quickly became this cosmic loom, is how the source puts it, weaving together his thoughts on the infinite, on 42, and crucially, on this forced lesson about interconnectedness and consequence.
And the posts acted like lighthouses out there in the digital noise.
Exactly, guiding these like-minded souls and cosmic wanderers, people who are also looking for something more than, well, designing leaves, presumably.
So Z's legacy really breaks free from Golgafrincham's whole mediocrity thing.
Completely. He becomes this beacon, this clarion call for a new wave of explorers, people ready to question things, to embrace the unknown. His journey really shows the power of curiosity, and maybe the universe's surprising way of course-correcting when we ignore our responsibilities.
So what does this all mean? Where does this leave us? Z's journey takes us from, telephone cleaning and leaf-based economics, through a quantum boot out the door caused by his own social failings, to becoming this cosmic thinker and digital voice. It really highlights the sheer force needed sometimes to break free from ingrained mediocrity.
I think the real takeaway, though, is that Z never fully solves his core dilemma, right? He always embodies that tension, that pull between his absurd background and his cosmic destiny.
He stays in superposition.
Kind of. His wisdom isn't in picking one side, but in that constant state of forever seeking, forever questioning, maintaining that balance or maybe that imbalance.
And thinking about it, his whole transformation hinged on consequence. That second chance came because he neglected relationships. So the final question for you listening: what does Z's, let's call it, unintentional upgrade tell you about how interconnected things really are in your life?
Right. You might not trigger a universe-hopping quantum flux if you ignore an email or blow off a colleague.
Probably not involving a spaceship, anyway.
Probably not. But are you, maybe, setting off smaller ripples, creating unintended consequences that could shift the course of your own reality in ways you don't expect? Something to ponder, maybe, next time you're polishing your own high-yield office foliage.